morning and welcome to another episode of Clapback. Clapback is brought to you by Kingdom Keys and Healthy Living. If you would like to get in touch with Clapback, please do so at healthylivingu9@gmail.com. That's healthylivingu9@gmail.com. Or you can reach us for your travel needs at destinationunlimitedforall@gmail.com. That's destination4all@gmail.com. If you would like to support what we're doing on Clapback, please do so by hitting our Patreon button here on Clapback, or you can go to our Cash App at $PastorK50. 100% of your donations will go to help feed the hungry, clothe the naked, and build programs in our community. Now let's get right into our show this morning. Welcome to the show. Welcome. So our phone lines are open. Chat is open. Very, very interesting morning already as I eat my oatmeal and drink my coffee with you today. Oatmeal so good. Reporting. That coffee is good. Good cup of coffee makes a good day. You know, I don't know what I would do without a good cup of coffee. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And a nice bowl of oatmeal. But on the backdrop of a conversation that I had yesterday with Kendall Wyatt, he's the brother of R&B renowned singer, songwriter Kiki Wyatt. He was on our show on yesterday. Thank you for all who joined in. But we're talking about 45 and how people have to be under some kind of spell. The reporting today on 45, at least from CNN, they're reporting how top level officials in the intelligence community and in the White House have said that 45 is unfit. He has compromised our national security. He has basically been crooked since day one. I mean, the guy is just crooked. But we're at a point now where you have so many layers to this. You have the layer of, let's start with the people that are complicit in his actions. Because there's no way that 45 would be able to do the things he was doing if he didn't have accomplices. All these people who wanted to be in power, who wanted to ride the wave, have a job. To me, they're not patriots, because you take John Bolton, for instance. You take all these people that are now talking, they're talking now about things they suspected or knew then. But when came time that we could have impeached this idiot, I said it, this idiot, we could have impeached this idiot and got him not only impeached, got him put out of office. But these so-called people now want to come out, write books, go on the media circuit, and everybody wants to blame the media. The media is the media. They're going to report news. I mean, it's amazing to me. You have Fox News, MSNBC. They're like on either side of the spectrum, far right, far left. To me, CNN is like right in the middle. But you have all these people now that want to come out and give us information on 45 that we already knew, but they're giving us information and we can't do anything about it. How he's compromised our intelligence, our safety. He's put our very troops at harm. Good morning. And so these people like John Bolton that are coming out today, coming out with their books and stuff, they are not patriots to me, because if they were patriots and they love this country, the information that they're giving us about Trump, they had this information. They could have testified before the House and the Senate during the impeachment trial. But all they were thinking about was making a buck. Now, we have a report today, this morning, that is saying that senior officials in the White House and senior intelligence officials says Trump is not fit for office. Duh, we've been telling y'all that. The issue is, what about all these crazy people that no matter what, they still say this guy is doing a good job? What good job has he done? They're saying that when he has met heads of states, he's talked to them like little children. When he has met dictators, he's praised them and honored them. He's berated our allies, demeaned them. He has not protected our own troops. Russia paid the Taliban over in Afghanistan to shoot and snipe our troops. And Trump knew about it and did nothing about it. I wish that somebody could find one Trump supporter to get on this line and talk to me. Because I want to know whether you're a Christian. How do you support this man if you're a Christian? If you're gay, how do you support this man if you're gay? If you're a female, how do you support this man and you're a female? If you're African American or Hispanic, how do you support this man being an African American or Hispanic when every column I just went down, he has berated, belittled, hurt, undermined every class of people I just told you about. The only people that he is for are himself, his family, and the rich, wealthy. All of his policies, this is what's so crazy about the people that follow Trump. Every last one of his policies, if you don't make $250,000 or more, they hurt you. So all these people in West Virginia, Kentucky, Ohio, Michigan that voted for him, all of the policies he's enacted hurt you. He's trying to get Obamacare taken away. Do you not realize who that's going to hurt? The majority of people that are on Obamacare are the white people, the poor white people, the middle class white people that live in West Virginia, Michigan, Ohio, and Kentucky. And you support a man that's about to take away your insurance that you got under Obamacare. You don't have a job. He told you he's going to bring coal mining back, manufacturing back, and you still don't have a job. You didn't have a job before COVID-19 because his policies were not for you. You allowed your racism, your love of white superiority to move you to vote for this idiot. And all these people, I wonder when all this is over, all these people like Kayleigh McEnany and all these other people who've spoken for Sarah Huckabee and all these other people that have spoken for Trump and been on his team, what are they going to say when all this finally blows up in their face? How do they walk down the street as an American knowing that they lied to the American people? Knowing that they helped this man be as crooked can get. He has had over 162 scandals, reported scandals. He has had so many scandals that the New York Times and the Washington Post and the other news media have actually put his scandals in alphabetical order. How do you have enough scandals that they can actually arrange them in alphabetical order? Scandal after scandal. And now, Bolton wants to write a book and tell all, but he didn't want to tell all during the trial. He didn't want to tell all when he could have saved the country and we could have got rid of this idiot president. Telling people not to wear masks. Do you not understand? When the coronavirus first came out, the World Health Organization offered Donald Trump 500,000 tests. He refused it. This was back in November, December, y'all. He tried to act like we didn't know or have information on the coronavirus. We've been knowing as a country about the coronavirus around October because they had an influx. What they showed now, the data shows what happened was they started showing an increase, pictures of increase over in Wuhan, China, of people at the hospital, cars parked at the hospital. It was like 1 week there was no cars, and then all of a sudden this next week it was like a bunch of cars at the hospital. So they knew something was going on. Our idiot president wanted to act like it wasn't here. Everybody else, because we live under this fallacy that America is greater than everyone else. We are not greater than everyone else. That's why you have the Indian nations that come over from Pakistan and wherever else, and they rule in IT. You have the Asian people who come and rule in finance and mathematics, engineering. You have Africans that come over here and take over. The average white American operates at a fifth grade reading level. Do you not realize most countries, the books that we use in our universities, they use in their high schools? Quit thinking we're better than everyone else. We have some of the lowest test scores ever. We are not the smartest people. It's the biggest lie ever told. But that's America for you. We always want to live under a lie that we're the biggest and the bestest. But we ain't create nothing. You don't even have a television in your house that was created in America. You don't have an electronic in your house that was created in America. Nobody want to go buy a cheap Emerson TV. No, you want a Sanyo, you want a Sony, you want a Vizio. You want one of those because you know the quality. But the report says that senior officials, both in the White House and in the intelligence community, says that they concurred President Trump is not fit for office. How is anybody who worked for this guy going to face the American public? We have lost more ground under this president than any other president in the world. We have no respect throughout the world. Would you ever believe that you would live in a day where you would actually see countries debating whether or not they were going to let us come to their countries? Normally, we're the ones saying we're going to put a ban on people coming to us because we were the big dogs. But now, because of this idiot and the stance that we've lost in the world community, everyone is saying, well, we're going to have a debate whether or not we're going to let Americans come to our country. Your idiot president right now has a warrant out for his arrest by a sovereign nation because he didn't have the authority to go in and kill Soleimani. He didn't even tell the government that he was coming in there. That's a sovereign nation. That would be no different than if you reversed it and they came into our country and killed one of our dignitaries or one of our defense guys, one of our intelligence people. If they did that, we would be declaring war on that nation. If Iraq or Iran came into the United States and had a missile or a bomb or someone to kill one of our generals, one of our intelligence community, one of our defense community, if they did that, we would declare war, because we would say they came into our sovereign nation, because see, we think we're better. So when it happens to us, it's a big deal. But when we do it to other people, it's no big deal, because we're America. You see, America is too haughty. America has an opinion of itself that's not true. There's nothing great about America. We have so much hatred. We have lack of education. We have poor healthcare system. We don't have good jobs. We don't have the American dream. It's only for a few people. America has always been a lie, because it was built on a lie. Do you know the difference between the slavery in America than anywhere else? The slavery in America, slavery has always been since the beginning of time. But they called it the curious institution of slavery. The key word is curious and institution. The reason they called it the curious institution of slavery is because the slavery that America did, we are the only country that built its wealth off of slavery. When you go back to antiquity and you go back into time, you'll see when Egypt put Israel in slavery, not only was Egypt already wealthy and already built, before Moses came on the scene, they didn't treat them like dogs. They hired them or made them as laborers to continue building tombs and building the great statues in Egypt. But they were already wealthy. When you go down through time and you come up to the Medes and the Persians, when they captured the people, they assimilated them into their communities, made them workers. They didn't treat them like the slaves were treated, the black slaves in America. America is the only country that built itself off of slavery. Excuse me. Every other group of slavery or every other land that was conquered, they were already in power. They were already had infrastructure. So America was founded on a lie. We can't even teach good history in our class. We've been telling a lie from day one that Christopher Columbus discovered America. How can Christopher Columbus discover America when there were people already here when he got here? How are you going to discover something that's already been discovered? You see, that's the lie of America. And you have all these people in the office with President Trump that knows he lies. I mean, this dude lies every day, all day. And you have these people who are in support of his lie. And I wonder, how do they sleep at night? And I wonder, what are they going to say when all this is over, when history writes about them? They have literally sold their soul to the devil. Phone lines are open if you want to call in and make a comment. Chat pod is open if you want to make a chat. Please share this. Let someone know that we're on the air with Clapback. Those of you who want to become a patron, please hit the patron sign on our website there. Or if you want to give to $Pastor K50, $Pastor K50, we're taking all donations. We want to thank those who donated over the weekend. We were able to feed 10 families. We took 100% of what was given and we added to it. And we went out and we fed the homeless. We are in the process of working it out with a t-shirt company. They're going to be giving us t-shirts and we're going to pass out clean t-shirts to the homeless. We're also supporting the St. Jude's Children Cancer Hospital. We're supporting the not only the St. Jude's, but the Shriners Children's Hospital. So we're doing some great things. We're feeding the hungry, clothing the naked. If you want to be a part of that, you can hit the patron button. Decide if you want to do a one-time gift or if you want to give monthly, weekly, however you want to give. But again, understand 100% of the amount you give will go toward helping someone. So we've known that President Trump has been unfit from day one. I mean, and here's the thing. Now, go back on YouTube or go back and Google Kayleigh McNally or whatever her name is, the press conference lady now. Go back and Google her before President Trump was elected. She calls him a racist, a xenophobe. She calls him all type of names. Says he's not fit for office, says he's a liar. But now, lo and behold, she sings the praises of the president because she wanted a job. She wants to support party. Not country, party. Because anybody who's a Republican, you're not supporting your country at this time. You're supporting party. And unfortunately, the party that you're supporting is part of the demise of this banana republic. But it's interesting. Go look at Ted Cruz. I tell you, if Ted Cruz was my father, me and my father would not be speaking. Ted Cruz allowed then candidate Trump to call his wife ugly and say nasty things about his wife. It's one thing in politics to talk about your opponent, but you talk about my mama. Ted Cruz acted with righteous indignation. I can't support a man that would say things like that about my wife. But then you know what Ted Cruz did out of Texas? He turned around and voted for Trump. Now he's supporting Trump. Now, if my father did not uphold the dignity of my mother, I would say, what kind of man are you? Lindsey Graham said Trump was not fit for office. But now, he's a great president. This is the hypocrisy that I'm talking about. And what is so bad is they have no shame. Even when you play the sound bites of what they say, they act like they didn't say it. We're living amongst an insane generation. If I can sit there and play for you what you said, and you wait until it's over and you say, I didn't say that. So I didn't just watch this with you. I didn't just hear this with you. So who was that on the tape? Whose voice was that? Whose face was that? Because you're telling me that you didn't say it, and clearly I just played it for you 3 times. Oh no, that's not what I said. I didn't say. So you're saying on the tape that you didn't say President Trump was unfit, that he was a racist. No, I didn't say that. Okay, let's play it again. And you're looking at it with a straight face, and then it stops playing, and you look at me and I'm looking at you, and I say, so, sir, ma'am, you clearly said there that President Trump was unfit. You clearly said he was a racist, a xenophobe, a homophobe. You said he was divisive. But now you're saying you didn't say that. Yes, absolutely, I did not say it. And Trump supporters will believe it. If that is not insanity, I don't know what insanity is. It's actually scary. It's actually scary what's going on in America. The hypocrisy and the lies. I wish that one Trump supporter would come on my program and talk to me, not argue with me. Explain. If you are a Christian, how do you support Trump? If you are black, how do you support Trump? If you are a female, how do you support Trump? If you are poor, making under $250,000, how do you support Trump? If you're Hispanic, how do you support Trump? Please call in. Please call in. I'm going to turn the music off. Please call in. I need a Trump supporter because I've got questions. And we got to be honest. Now, when you call in, we're going to be honest. We're going to deal with facts. We're not going to deal with emotion. We're going to deal with facts. Because it is a fact. All those people in West Virginia, Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, that were promised all these jobs. There are no factories that have opened up. Manufacturing hasn't come back. Coal hasn't come back. And those people are suffering. He wants to take away Obamacare. If he takes away Obamacare, it's going to hurt because the majority of the people on Obamacare are white people that live in the Midwest. Those people will lose health care. There's not one policy that he has enacted that has helped anyone that makes under $250,000. So if you come on here, we're not talking emotion. We're going to talk fact. We're going to talk fact. We're going to talk about everything that every politician ever said about this guy. We're going to address the 162 scandals that he's had. That's 2 scandals per week since he's been in office. That we're going to talk the truth. If you call in, please hurry and get your headphone, because I want you to call in and tell me, because we're going to talk the truth about Trump. We're going to talk about him knowing that Russia paid Afghanistan and the Taliban to kill our soldiers, and y'all don't care about that. We're going to talk about it. Come on. You said you was going to call in, because I want to hear your perspective. We're going to have a nice conversation. We're not going to be emotional. We're going to talk facts, because if you're gay, how can you support Trump? If you're black, how can you support Trump? If you're a woman, how do you support Trump? If you're Hispanic, how can you support Trump? Do you not know, under Trump's administration, there was a little girl, 9-year-old little girl, I think it was from Honduras. Her and her brother had traveled from wherever in one of these caravans. All right. Caller, can you hear me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead and talk. Go ahead and talk to us.
Lovely.
So tell me why you.
So yeah, I think Donald Trump is, after Abraham Lincoln, one of the best United States presidents because he did something different. Bill Clinton was, and as were, all of the administration.
But let me ask you this though, because
of Bush,
let me ask you this.
Yes.
Because I want you to give me not a synopsis. I want you to use facts and tell me what makes this president, who has over 162 scandals, who knew about the Russia hiring the Taliban to kill our soldiers, who has done, who his own intelligence agency and senior White House officials have all made a consensus that he's unfit to be a president, and all the things that he's done. So let's talk facts to show what, because again, in America, if you don't make $250,000 a year, there's no policy he's enacted that benefits you.
Yeah, that's another thing. That doesn't matter. When you were under George Bush administrations, you don't question it. This kind of
George Bush didn't do anything close to this guy, and George Bush was questioned. If you know the history, George Bush.
I mean about money. About if you don't make this kind of money every year.
Right, because under George Bush, because the money wasn't the issue with George Bush, that we still had a good economy where the average American could live. Oh, his father's economy was a great economy.
No.
President Reagan.
His father was a CIA. By the way, Donald Trump, I think, immediately did after George Floyd passed.
Mm-hmm.
He make these decisions of you can't, as a police force, put your knee on the neck
No,
of
Trump
the.
Trump did not do that. See, you got to come with facts. Trump did not do that. That was not Trump. That was done by the local police departments. And then they're trying to get it passed as a federal law so that it'd be a federal thing. Trump had nothing to do with that. Trump
I mean,
actually was the one who sent the police and the National Guard against peaceful protesters to
all
prohibit
right.
them from exercising their right. So
I
again, you
mean,
haven't
I
given
mean,
me one thing. You haven't given me one thing that says
no,
Trump
no,
has
no,
done
no, no.
anything
He
good.
did it. He did it. He did it. He did it. As a president of the United States of America, he did it.
No, he didn't do
He did it.
anything. He didn't do anything. That's not the
Okay,
president's
okay,
job.
okay.
That's
All
not the
right,
president's
all right,
job.
all right. I'll say so. He didn't. Okay.
So again, what makes you support Trump? You haven't given me one thing that says the reason you support
No,
Trump
no,
as to
no.
what
It's
has he
fine. It's
done.
fine. Yeah. Okay. It's fine. So if you blame me because I put out this example, which
Mhm.
is everywhere on Twitter, everywhere on Google, everywhere on any platform. He was the first United President of America saying police corps can't put their fucking knees
Go to a
on the
report,
neck.
go to a news report, pull up any legitimate source, not a person like you or me. Pull up a legitimate source. He did not say that. He was not for that.
I
He
saw
was
the
for
video.
because
I'm
no, not a
pumping.
video, not a video. I'm saying who reported it. You've got to get the source because this president told the police they need to be tougher. When you put them in the police car, hit their heads, knock them down, use your club. That's what Trump said. So go to
It's
a
evil.
reliable source.
Right. Yes, I get it. Donald Trump is evil. Satan. I think everything is must go in. I think Hillary Clinton with the Pizzagate and with Obama, um, which are pedophiles, rapists.
Where do you get that
Um,
from, though? See what I'm
oh,
saying?
for fuck's sake! Oh my God!
No, what I'm saying is
Yeah.
that you can't go off of conspiracy theories. You
Oh,
got to
the
have facts.
Pizzagate, the Pizzagate that you going on CNN.
Yeah, if you look
Even
at the Pizzagate, if you look at the Pizzagate, you'll find out that it was a crazy wacko that went to that place because he had got a report from one of the crazy
so, are
media.
you think because you are a racist?
No, not at all. Listen,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
tell you about
you
Pizzagate.
are.
Let me tell you about
I'm telling
Pizzagate.
you,
Let
you
me
are
tell
a
you about
black
Pizza.
man.
I'm not a racist because listen, if you understand Pizzagate, that report originated from a site that was known to be a conspiracy site that only a
Yeah.
few crazy people listened to. The guy listened to that report. He drove all the way to that pizza place ready to blow it up.
I can guess you're a black man.
Yes,
Am
sir.
I guess
Black
right?
and I'm
Yeah,
proud. Yes.
you say all of the black men. I'm not racist, but at the same time, I am because
You
all of the
black people
times
can't be
when I'm
racist.
talking, no, 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 no. I mean, no, 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 no. I'm not at all. But when we're talking about Obama, he's the
Mhm.
best president of the United States ever because what he done? And they
Obama
said,
could have
oh,
been
he
one of
did
the great
so
presidents.
great. Oh my
Listen,
God, he
Obama
did.
could have been a great president, but the white people, both in the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, fought against him. Mitch McConnell said, my job is to make sure he's a one-term president. They voted against everything this man wanted. Here, Michelle Obama was berated by the press because she wore short sleeve dress, but yet Trump's wife is butt naked on the internet and nobody says anything about that.
Obama,
So,
Obama,
so fact.
fucking. Ah, yes, I understand that, but the Pizzagate, the point of the Pizzagate, is not made up from social media.
It was made up by
Pizzagate.
a. It was made up by. Again, you got to know your resources, sir. If you're going to argue the case,
I do. I
PizzaGate.
do.
No,
Oh my
PizzaGate was
God.
made up.
He's from
PizzaGate.
CIA and the
No,
FBI.
no, no. The
No, no,
PizzaGate
no.
was not
All
made
right.
up that way. The PizzaGate
Okay.
was made up from a newscaster that was on one of
Yeah.
those conspiracy newscasts that put it out there, and these crazy people heard that
That's
and
it.
they believed it. They
That's
had
it.
no facts and they
That's it.
disproved it. They disproved it.
That's it.
Every news media, even Fox
That's it.
News.
That's it. When you touch it, Obama, the first president, president,
Mhm.
it's the best president ever because they don't talk about what he done,
What he
what he
do?
do.
What he do? Tell us what he did.
He's fucking kids.
Oh, so Obama is screwing. Okay, so you think a
He's
black
fucking
man?
kids.
Hold on. So
He's
you think a
fucking
black
kids.
man in America? You think a black man in
And
America
he's
can
gay
go
as
around?
well.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Which
minute.
is
You think a
it
hold
doesn't
on? Hold
matter.
on. Wait a minute. You think a black man in America could do that and have a scandal and it not be brought out? You better believe this. With Obama,
Oh my God.
if he had an affair, if he had all kind of things, they were paying people to try to
They
come
have
out on Obama.
emails.
They have no, they don't. They don't.
CA. Oh my
They don't.
God.
They
All
don't.
right.
Produce
That's it.
one
That's
email.
it. That's
Produce one
it.
email.
That's
Give
it.
us
They
one
don't.
email.
Yeah, I know. They don't. They don't. They don't have any proof. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. They don't have it. So Pizzagate comes out from a fake news on CNN someday because they were Republicans against Obama after the presidency of Obama because they just want to say Obama was shit. And so they made up all of this story, not about CIA, FBI. No. All of this is fucking crap. Fake news. Hillary Clinton, she was texting in with emails to Obama about fucking
Oh my God.
hot dogs,
Dude.
spending $35,000 about buying hot dogs.
Okay, so here it is. Pizzagate.
Yeah.
Pizzagate
That's it.
is a hold on, listen. Listen. Pizzagate is a debunked conspiracy theory that went
That's
viral
it.
during this is reported news from every
Yeah.
news. Okay, let me read it to you.
Exactly.
Let me read it to you.
Yeah.
Pizzagate is a debunked conspiracy theory that went viral during 2016 United States presidential election cycle. It has been extensively wait a minute, listen. It has been extensively discredited by a wide range of organizations, including Washington, D.C. police. In March 2016, the personal email account of John Podesta, Hillary Clinton's campaign manager, was hacked in phishing attack. Published his emails in November 2016. Proponents of the Pizzagate conspiracy theory falsely claim the emails contained coded messages. They said it had coded messages that connected several high-ranking Democratic Party officials
You have
and
no
U.S.
idea
restaurants
what
with
is he
an
talking
alleged.
about Pizzagate. Pizzagate is talking about fucking kids, and
How?
they're
Okay,
talking
let me.
about buying
How?
pizzas.
How?
How is he call it Pizzagate? Pizzagate is he call it Pizzagate because they're talking about buying food, and instead of buying food, they fucking buy it. And Obama said in an email to Hillary Clinton because of or fucking Bill Clinton, doesn't matter, Epstein story. This is a very huge thing. She said, what are you going to do about all of this money? Kids are kids. And Obama replied to, because he's gay as well,
Okay.
it doesn't matter because gay is not a bad thing. But
So you're against gay people?
No. He's fucking male prostitutes underage and he said, when we're gonna buy this tab, and Hillary Clinton said, kids are kids, and these are reports on Google about what he answered. He answered, yes, those
Okay, do
delicious
me a favor.
hot dogs.
Do
This
you
is
have your
called
internet?
Pizzagate because they're
Wait a
talking
minute.
about food,
Okay, so let me ask you,
and he's not talking about food.
do
Oh
you
my
have your internet?
god.
Do you have your internet up? Pull up one story that proves your point.
Oh.
Pull up one story and read it to us because you're not going to find it because it's been debunked. And you keep saying because
Well, I
Obama's
didn't put any. No. I didn't put anything yet.
okay.
So why you putting like I put all of these kind of articles and doesn't prove anything. You ask me a question, put anything.
But here's the problem. You're speaking conspiracy theories
I
that
mean,
have
you
been
ask me
debunked.
in 1 second or 2
Mhm.
or 3 seconds to pull up an article. This is
It's easy to
unbelievable.
do. It's easy
It's
to do.
really easy to do, but
All you gotta
you
do is
can't
type in your
say I
email. All you
didn't
gotta do is
put anything.
you can do just exactly what I did. You can go put in
So you
Pizzagate.
love Obama because it's a black.
I no,
Yeah, I
I
know, I know.
love. Okay, so here's the thing. I voted for Obama for a couple reasons. I voted for Obama because I thought he was the best candidate. I voted for Obama because he was black. I wanted to see a black president in there that was qualified. So those are the main two reasons why I voted for Obama. Unfortunately, Obama could not do the things that he needed to do because he had so many people against him. And so he was not able to pass a lot of the laws. His signature passage was the Obamacare that helped a lot of people. I work in healthcare, and I can tell you that the main people who signed up for Obamacare
Yeah, but
were
it
the
doesn't
people
matter
who were
if you
against it.
work in as a security guard or a cook. It
Why
doesn't
doesn't it
make
matter?
you. It doesn't make you better in judgment to others. We are all entitled to say something about it. And
Oh,
this
absolutely.
kind of news, that come from CIA and FBI is not me taking this fucking bullshit around internet. I didn't create all of it. This
So why
kind
do
of
you believe
bullshit
it?
that come
Why do you
from.
believe it?
Now listen, all about Epstein.
Mhm.
Do you know everything? Or
Epstein
you
is a
don't?
pervert. Epstein is a pervert.
Fucking hell. That's amazing.
He's a
Is
freaking
a per-
pervert.
is a pervert, right? He creates an island where everybody can go, fuck kids, and go out without any charge.
This guy. Epstein
They
is a
kill
pervert.
him. They kill him because he knows all the names because he was on a suicidal um, part of the jail. I don't know how is he call it because he attempted fucking suicide once, and so they decide to put him in that area. By the way, why I saying they kill him? Because all of the recordings from the cameras,
But you know who killed him? I agree they killed him. But the people who run the jails are the Republicans.
it doesn't matter. They didn't
But
find any
on
record.
the one hand, you're saying that it's these Obama people. Why would the Republicans, who are the conservatives who run the
Let me
jails,
finish.
why would
Let
they
me
kill
finish.
him? Go ahead.
Let me finish. Let me finish. They didn't find any recordings, which is unbearable. Unbearable in a very high end prison. Do you lose a fucking recordings? Is it
Happens
is it
every
a,
day.
is it a joke?
No, it happens every day. But the point
Happens
is,
every day. That's
but here's
it.
the
That's it.
point.
That's it.
But
Now
here's the
there's
point.
another point. No. There's another point after that
But hold on. Let's
because
deal
they
with that.
didn't lose. just the
But
videos.
right, they lost
They
everything.
lose the three people they should guard all of the fucking the jail. They went on a break. The
But
three guys they should fucking
okay,
check in it.
okay, but here's
And
the
after
point though.
that,
You're
yeah.
right, but here's the point. Here's the point to what you're saying. The reason what you're saying doesn't make sense is the people that were protecting him and the people that killed him were the very people who was against Obama. So if the Republicans and the conservatives and these people running the jails
Do
that
you
were not
think
liberals,
Obama is a saint? He can kill people. He
nobody
was
is a
a
saint.
fucking president of the United States of America.
Okay,
He
but let
can
me ask you
kill
this.
whatever
Let
he
me ask you a
wants.
question. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
That's
question.
it. That's it.
Okay, here's my
Obama is a
question then.
saint.
Okay, let me ask you a
I know.
question. I want to ask you a question. I want you to listen to this question. If you were in America and you hated Obama and you knew you
I
had a
don't.
guy, wait,
I
listen,
don't.
just listen to the question. Listen to the question.
Yes. Yes.
If you're
Sorry.
in America and let's say you did hate Obama and you wanted to see his demise, and you were in charge of watching a prisoner who could expose Obama, why would you kill that prisoner
You
if
know
he could
why?
expose?
Are you?
Tell me why.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Oh, come on, man.
Tell
Are
me
you
why.
really
Why would you?
seriously asking me this question? Because you gotta make these names around you. Because he's gonna make this fucking. He's gonna make Hillary Clinton names, Bill
No, he
Clinton
doesn't. I'm
names,
no. You didn't hear my
Bush.
question. You didn't hear my
No,
question.
I hear it.
No, no,
I
you
hear
because
it.
you're not responding to the question. The question again is if you hate
Yes.
Hillary Clinton, if you hate
Yes.
Obama, and you're
Yes.
protecting the person that can expose Obama and Hillary
I
Clinton,
didn't
why would
say
you?
Hillary Clinton
No,
killed
no, I
Epstein.
know that. Oh, I need you to follow my question. I need you to really listen and follow my question. Again, if you hate, I'm just saying hypothetically, if you hated Obama and you hated Hillary Clinton, you hated the
Mhm.
liberals, and you were given the task to protect the person that could expose them, why, if you hated the other side, why would you allow this person to be killed? That doesn't make
Because,
sense.
oh my God, it's so simple. Because the other side you're talking about is involved in it.
How
Don't
would
you
you let them
fucking
be?
realize it?
How would you let them be involved if you're protecting to expose them? I'm saying you, if you were
Because
the
you are
guard,
doing it. Because you are doing it every single fucking day.
that makes no sense, man.
Donald Trump is bad. Yes, but it doesn't matter. He's better than that shit. That's why I'm talking about
Donald Trump is
Donald
the worst
Trump.
president ever. But you
Okay,
never told
that's
us
it.
why you support him. You never told us why you support Donald Trump.
I'm telling you right now.
Why do you
I'm
support him?
telling you right now.
Okay, so tell me why
Why
you support him.
oh my God. It's like talking to a wall.
You haven't
A
told us
wall
one
it doesn't
thing.
react, but it's very strong.
Okay, okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Here's how we're gonna do it so that I can understand you. I'm gonna give you time to
No,
talk.
no, no.
I
You
want you
don't
to
need to understand me.
no, I want to give you time to talk. I'm gonna sit here and listen to you. I want you to go now and tell me what makes you support Donald Trump. Go ahead.
So all of the Pizzagate thing is about talking about food, lots of hundreds of $1,000 every single event from CIA and FBI, and instead is talking about prostitutions because these people they are ex-presidents, president, doesn't matter. We have laws regarding child abuse, prostitutions. Donald Trump, it's a bad guy, maybe, yes, but he's not that bad because the only think CIA and FBI charge him, it was about fucking a porn star. And a porn star, we all know what he's doing, what she's doing. What I'm talking about is not why Donald Trump is good. What's the point? Well, I told you already. He make a law and you said, no, he didn't. He didn't. That's it. You say you didn't, but he did. Make a law about you can't put your knee on the neck of the person you arrest. This is the first time ever someone doing. Second, it makes Space Force. Is important? It's not. Space Force is not important, right? We are living in a society of internet and other things that are not material. So because of the Pizzagate, all of these guys, it doesn't matter the parties, they want them to go down. They try to say everything he's doing is bullshit. And I'm not a supporter. Oh my God, I didn't vote for him. This is unbearable. But the truth is, you can check it. Because if you don't believe in police, you are anarchists. You believe in anarchy. Police is bullshit all the time. When they came out, the CIA and FBI with something, it's bullshit. That's it. It's bullshit. So, okay, fucking hell. That's it. This is my whole argument.
Okay, so now let me address everything you just said. Now I listen to you. I want you to listen to me. Number one, you talked about Pizzagate. Pizzagate has been debunked from Fox News to CNN to CNBC to every major news carrier. It has been a debunked. Wait, no. Be quiet. I listen to you. Time for you to listen to me. It is a debunked conspiracy theory that started on a conspiracy theorist radio program. When the guys heard about it, they went and they were going to shoot up and blow up this pizza place because they looked at these emails and they said these are code words. They debunked it. Donald Trump has, hold on, listen, I listened to you. Donald Trump has done nothing for America but steal, cheat, and rob. When Donald Trump was having sex, hold on, listen. Yes. When Donald Trump was having sex with the porn star, he was married. You got Christians, people who get up and preach every Sunday.
Are you really
hold
Christians?
on, listen. Wait a minute. Listen to me like I listen to you.
And I don't want
to. Wait. Now you're gonna give me the same respect I gave you. I listened to your whole spiel. These Christian people that are voting for Donald Trump, who has been a racist, who has locked children up in cages, who has done everything. He jumped off the line. Who has done racist stuff, who has said racist things like cages. He dropped off the line because he don't want to hear it, because he comes talking about he's a Trump supporter and and I'm debunking everything that he says because he believes in conspiracy theories. And you've got the American CIA top level officials. You got top level officials in both the White House and the CIA that says President Trump is unfit for the office of presidency. You've got this man that have had 162 up to 162 conspiracies and 162 scandals in a 3-year period. That's almost 2 every other week that has been reported. So many so that they've been able to put them in alphabetical order. This president has known about Russia paying the Taliban to kill American troops. He gets up every single day and lie. All of these poor people that voted for him, none of his policies has helped him. If you go to Kentucky, you go to Ohio, you go to Michigan, you go to West Virginia, there are no coal mining jobs. There are no manufacturing jobs. None of those people are benefiting. If he takes away Obamacare, the people that will be hurt are the people in the Rust Belt and the Midwest, which are the majority of white people that are going to be hurt by the policies of President Trump. He has not done a good job. And if you're gay, if you're black, if you're a woman, if you're Hispanic, if you're disabled, I don't understand how you could vote for this man and say that this man is a good president. None of you would let this man run your business the way he's running this country. None of you. So you need
Hi,
to
Claire.
stop. You need to stop saying that this guy is doing a good job because he's not. Welcome to the show, Vinny.
Oh, okay. How are you? I
Doing
I think you said that you will come at 10 p.m. Or 10 a.m. at p.m. or 10 a.m. yesterday, but you came instead at 10 p.m. only, right?
No, we came in at the right time. I had Kendall Wyatt on the show from he is the brother of renowned R&B singer Kiki Wyatt. We were talking about these political issues that we're continuing
No,
on this
no, it's
morning.
like you came. Yeah, you came. You came at 10 p.m. You also said that you will broadcast at 10 a.m. as well. Am I right?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, but it's like you podcasted only once, like for 10
No,
p.m.
no. Yesterday I podcasted 3 times, and I came on at the 10. I came on in the morning, and then I came on at nighttime. We had to restart the show because we had technical difficulties, but we were able to finish the show.
Oh, but I just saw you with the promotion part, and then I can see that. Yeah, yeah, I saw that podcast of like with one of your guests, right? There were
Yes.
only two podcasts. I didn't see the third one though.
Yeah, I
I
didn't.
can't
I
see the.
didn't repost the third one because we had technical difficulties, and so I have it saved on my shared drive, but I didn't put it out there. So I only broadcast the part with me and the guest. But this morning, what
Yeah,
we're
but
talking
I
about,
was. No, no,
yeah,
I did came at 10 a.m. I didn't see you live yesterday at 10 a.m. It's
I don't
you
know if
like
I
you said.
posted it or not. I don't know if I posted it or not, but I did do one, but I don't know if I posted it. But this morning, what we're talking about is President Trump and how these people, when all this is over, how are they going to face America, face their families with all the lies they've told, with all the, people coming out now trying to say stuff that they could have said during the trial when we were trying to impeach this guy. And now everyone wants to come out. I don't think John Bolton is a patriot. I think John Bolton is disgusting and despicable because the information that he's trying to get out now, he should have done it in the House and the Senate during the impeachment trial.
Well, kind of
President
difficult
Trump
for
is the
me to
worst
understand.
president ever.
It's kind of difficult because I never studied about the American history and all. So all I
Man, you
know
got
is
to
like,
study. You got to look it up, man, because I'm gonna tell you why. It doesn't just affect America; it affects the world because
okay,
the
so like, what are the disadvantages according to you, like that are seen in America because of this president?
well, the problem is
Well, the
that
problem
what
is
he
that
does affects the world because now we have lost our standing in the world. Our allies don't trust us. Our enemies are coming after us. We're in trouble. And that, you see, what happens is if we lose our standing in the world, that gives Russia the ability to go throughout the world and conquer and cause war and cause all of these terrible things to happen in the world because we're no longer the force. So our allies are afraid now
what do
because
you mean?
Russia.
Who are you referring to as we, the black people or the whole
No, we're
America?
talking about the world. We're talking about America. We're talking about people in general. We're talking about nations. So the way it affects India, where you're at, again, when you have tyrants like Putin and these other guys, Erdogan in Turkey, when they start going out conquering land, they're going to go into some of your countries and they're going to take over because America doesn't have it standing anymore because the allies are afraid. So some of the allies who used to be our allies, they're talking to Putin, because they're trying to make alliances with Putin because they're afraid that America doesn't
What
have the
is
strength anymore.
what is Putin? What are you
Putin
saying?
is man, you gotta catch up on news. Putin is over Russia. He is the
Okay,
guy
so
who runs Russia.
it's like you're saying that Russia is like attacks to the America because it's like irresponsible and careless of fulfilling its responsibility. The America
Exactly.
and like Russia is just taking an advantage, isn't it?
Russia's about to take advantage. Korea with Kim, all these people in the world that are tyrants that want to conquer the world. They feel emboldened to do things that they normally wouldn't do because America doesn't have it standing anymore, and it's because of the
Oh,
president of the United States,
who is it? Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, the
Oh.
Trump dump. That's what he is, the Trump dump.
Very nice. But tonight, it's like, is it 10 a.m. for you right now? I
No,
think
it's
it's
only eight. It's 8:30. It's 8:30 here.
yeah, but according to your schedule, your podcast for twice at 10, right? At 10
Right. Remember,
a.m.
I told you yesterday. I have my set times, but then throughout the day, when I report breaking news, I'll come in and do a special
Oh,
podcast to talk
okay.
about breaking
Yeah,
news.
yeah, yeah. So it's like, okay, this is also not that general one, okay? I
Right.
understand that.
Yep.
So, okay, so what did you say about the Taliban and the Russia? Can you and what about the
Yeah.
Turkey one?
The news came out yesterday that our president knew that Putin over Russia had hired the Taliban to snipe and kill American soldiers over in
Okay.
Afghanistan. And President Trump did nothing about it. As a matter of fact, a couple places we were at, he moved our troops out and left the Kurds by themselves. And Russia went in and they were taking over. We've lost ground. We've lost territory that we won in the past. And people have been killed because of the actions of our president and him not checking Russia. And Vinny, I tell you, man, you got the internet. You need to do a lot of research because this is going to affect you all in India. Because if there's another war that breaks out and we're on the verge of war, every country will be impacted. Every
Well,
country will be impacted.
you're kind of just reminding of 9/11 attacks in New York. Even they were talking like I can share a video about that. Like there was a debate in the class. We did like there was a debate. Like they said that the Taliban was the creation of CIA to fight the
No, see,
Russians.
that's what I'm saying. The Taliban was not the creation of the CIA. The Taliban existed before the CIA partnered with them because originally what happened was the Taliban was fighting tyranny and oppression. So America began to give them weapons and money, but then the Taliban switched over and started fighting against America's cause. So then America went against the Taliban and we entered into a war with the Taliban and those people over there that were trying to do ethnic cleansings and things of that nature.
And so Taliban partnered with Russia to fight against America.
Exactly.
Oh my
They
God.
went in and
Oh.
they tried to take over oh, what's that name of that country? I can't remember the one that
I
President
can
Trump was.
actually, there was there's a Bollywood movie made called Kurban, which means sacrifice, which
Yeah.
literally means sacrifice. When translated in India's language called Hindi, when we translate the word Kurban, it means sacrifice, and it's based on the 9/11 attacks, and it has the debate regarding to the 9/11 and all. Like in the classroom, they were having a debate. I could have shared that video. In that, they had there were two Bollywood actors acting in it, and they had specified that the Taliban was the creation of CIA to fight the Russians. And you are actually saying that it is not. I could have shared the video though
Yeah,
it is
share
a
the
movie.
video with me. Share the video with me because different people
But it's
have
not
different
regarding to
theories.
it's not regarding to this, the one you're discussing about. It's regarding to the, I would say, 9/11 attacks. The like the
Yeah,
collision of aeroplane
yeah,
with the twin tower strike. The collision of an
yes,
aeroplane with the twin
yes.
tower strike and all, or like means of getting countries oil, or like I would say, like there was a girl who just asked that, like, if Islam, it was about the Islam, like, the professor was teaching a class on Islam, and like he just said, contrary to popular belief, Islam truly is a religion that preaches peace and tolerance. Then there was a female student who questioned, if Islam truly is a religion that preaches peace and tolerance, how come the world's trouble spots like the Afghanistan, Pakistan, like they are plagued with like Islamic terrorism? Like, then the professor replied saying it depends upon the definition of a terrorism. He said that some might argue that the invasion of these countries called Afghanistan, Pakistan are also like the acts of terrorism. And the girl replied saying that no, those were like the acts of just getting rid of the despotic regimes. The
Mm-hmm.
or like or the me and professor said like it's the or it might be the means of getting out of the country's oils. And like the other Indian guy, or like you can say, who played the role of a student, and like like under Indian actor who played the role of a student, he said that if like we are talking about the terrorists, the world's biggest terrorists are the white superpowers. Like the girl,
Exactly. Exactly.
and
The white the white
The
people
white people
have spread
have
violence
spread
throughout the
violence
world.
throughout the world.
the girl specified about explaining. The girl questioned that Indian guy who just said this, that the world's biggest terrorists are the white superpowers. She just asked that Indian act like student that to just explain 9/11. He said like he questioned that. He just asked the two questions. Firstly, do you have an idea of like how many people died in the Twin Towers strike? She said
It was it
3,000.
was it was close to
It was close to
3,000.
3,000.
Yeah,
But see, here's
exactly.
the problem. Here's the
Yeah,
problem.
but
The
in the
problem is
bomb.
this. Hold on, listen. This is the problem. The problem is in America, America has been built on a lie. They've continued to live a lie. We talk about we're the greatest country. We talk about we have the smartest people. We're not the greatest country. We don't have the smartest people. We don't have the greatest economy. Everything that is said about America is a lie. But the white man wants to live in this lie. Now, when I say the white man, I'm not talking about every white man. I'm talking about those who are living under the system of capitalism that are raping and pillaging economies and societies and certain demographics. And so it's a big lie that's ever told. Everyone comes to America looking for the American dream. They cannot find it because the American dream is really an American nightmare. It is a nightmare for most people, including poor white people. You see, the thing about America is that if you're white and you're poor, they don't care about you. They don't care
Good
about you. They
spot.
care about you more than other people, but they don't care about you because it's all about getting money and getting power. And so America was started. They tell a lie every day in our classrooms. They tell students that Christopher Columbus discovered America. He did not discover America because there were people already here. You cannot discover something that's already been found, but it's a lie. They don't tell the true history of slavery. They don't tell the true history of the brutality that the white race has wreaked havoc across this world. What white people do is they go into countries, they rape it, rob it of its resource. You go to Africa, they did the same thing with the diamonds and the minerals in Africa. They went there and they depleted the land of its resources. They enslaved people. They did it everywhere they go. When they went into Iraq, they tried to steal the oil. It's all about the greed of these white people, the demonization of these white people, the evilness of these white people. And all they do is go about steal, kill, and destroy. The people that are involved in this are of the devil. They're of the devil and they're evil.
So do you think that all the white people are responsible
No,
for this, or like
no,
there
not
are
all
like
the white
some,
people.
yeah, that like the people who come under the category of innocent civilians are not the one responsible for this? Am I correct?
No, right. It's not all white people. It's white people who are involved in the system. The white people
Yeah.
who are trying to uphold the system, to keep the system intact, to keep the lie going. And they want to believe in this lie so much that they've convinced themselves that a lie is a truth. And for those of us who are Christians, the Bible tells us that because we don't have a love for truth, God will send a strong delusion. These people live under a delusion. They think that what they're doing is right. They think that what they're doing is God's work. I mean, they used to take the Bible and try to justify their slavery. They would say the Bible says, "Masters obey your servants, obey your masters." You see, but they don't understand that the slavery in the Bible was not the type of slavery that went on in America. It was a relationship between a owner of a business and a worker, and it tells the owner how to treat the worker. You treat them with dignity and
Exactly.
respect. You pay them a good wage. You treat them like a human being. But that's not what they did. They beat people. They raped us. They caused the word MF. I'm not going to say the cuss word, but the word MF, where that comes from, is back during slavery time. They had these breeding farms. What they would do is they would take big black men, they would put them in these big old barns, and they would just throw women in there, and the men would have sex with the women to produce babies. There were times when the men would have to sleep with their own daughters. They had to sleep with their own mothers, grandmothers, and at times they had their daughter pregnant, their mother pregnant, and their grandmother pregnant at the same time. That's where the word MF come from. Mother, you know the word. That's where that term comes from. This is
So,
the
oh,
evilness that they
so,
did.
so, what do you mean by like they used to throw the black people in the barn along with the lady? Then they used to force the
Exactly
people
what I
to
said. Exactly what I
like.
said. When they were slaves, they had breeding farms. They would make the black man who was a slave go into a barn filled with women, and their job was to have sex all day long, impregnating these women so that they could replenish their farms, so they could replenish their plantations with workers. And so that's how they would replenish. Instead of going to the market and buying new slaves, they would make these men sleep with the women in that on that plantation, and they would make them have babies so they could replenish. That's evil. Making a man sleep with his own daughter, making a man sleep with his own mother, his own grandmother. And that is why black people are so messed up in society today, because of the things that white
So,
people
but
made us do.
why weren't they able to raise a voice against the injustice done to them? I
Do you
mean, there's a
understand slavery? Do you understand slavery?
yeah, I
If you're a
understand.
slave, if you're a slave, you don't have a right to do anything. They didn't have guns, they didn't have weapons. They would take black men, hang them by trees, whip them with whips. They would split their bodies apart. They would put their bodies between two horses and make the horses split their bodies open. They did brutality to them to make them submit. If I came to your house and I beat you every day, eventually you're going to submit because you don't want to be beat. So they didn't have an opportunity to fight back. They didn't have guns. They didn't have weapons. They didn't have anything.
Okay.
That is the brutality of slavery. And that is the type of slavery that white America put black America in. And so now you have black America living in ghettos with no jobs, no health care, no clean water, no clean food, no opportunity. That's why the crime rate is high in the black community, because of all of the post-traumatic stress that black people have been under. And when people don't understand that, when we talk about systemic racism, when we talk about police brutality, the police departments were started after um, Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, because the white men didn't want the blacks to be off the plantation. So the Ku Klux Klan formed a police department so that they could brutalize black people and keep them on the farms and keep them from going into their communities. When black
What's
people
the
began to gain wealth, they burnt down the cities, they burnt down the businesses. They killed black people. They wouldn't let black people have anything. We couldn't vote. We couldn't live where we there in 2020. There are some places here, Vinny, in America, I cannot live as a black person because if I go to certain rural communities and buy me a house, they're going to burn it down. They're going to write KKK on the building. They're going to call me nigger. They're going to try to fight me. They're going to try to kill me and my family. There are places in America I can't live, but a white person can live anywhere in America they want to.
What is KKK, and what is the fact that you said regarding to Abraham Lincoln?
KKK is the Ku Klux Klan. Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. Man, you gotta do research, man. If you're gonna know these things, Vinny, you got to do the research and understand what's going on in America. You cannot be an ostrich with your head in the sand because there's a lot of information that you need. Because let's say, for instance, what kind of work do you do, Vinny?
Just finished my graduation from the Commerce faculty, wanting to study for my postgrads, but because of COVID acting as an obstacle, well, I'm not able to study for my postgrads. The moment the Prime Minister takes an decision of opening the
What are you
colleges,
studying? What are you studying?
that's what I said. I finished my graduation from Commerce faculty.
Commerce. Okay.
I'm
So
wanting to study for my postgrads,
okay.
but
So
because of
let's
the
say,
COVID.
for instance, you decide you want to come to America to utilize your degree in commerce. Because you are a brown skinned person, because you're from India, there is a 95% chance that if you came here and got a job, white people would treat you differently. It's
I
possible that they
understand
would,
what a
yeah,
no
they
no
would treat you.
I No, no, the 90% of the things you said were completely understood by me. Forcing them to have the sex with daughters, forcing them, throwing them in the, breeding farms, or making them lie on the land so that the horses can split their land, and also like when they find a job and all, they burn their houses, they kill their family. I understood most of the part, all of the parts you've been saying. I've been listening it like a good listener, because I really find you very understandable than all of the people who are like on other podcasts who speak like
Hmm.
different accent. They speak a different accent. That's why I find a little hard. But it's you who I really find it understandable. Why? Because it's like the way you speak. It's really understandable to me. I feel like I should keep listening to you for tons of hours, for plenty of hours, because I really find you very understandable. That's why I've been dying to be a part of your podcast. I've been re-questioning you again and again. That, you said that you podcasted at 10 p. Like you just podcasted at 10 a.m. I feel yesterday, and like you said, you didn't record. I feel I actually waited for you. I stayed up for the whole night for you, so that I can be a part of your podcast. And also I also was feeling as if you'll be podcasting today as well. It's going to be 8:30 for me in the morning, and 8:30 for me in the evening, as per
Oh,
as
okay.
per my time. As per my time, it's your
Yeah.
central time. Am I right? It's central time,
Yes.
10 a.m.
Yes.
central time. 10. I've been
Yes.
dying to be a part of your podcast, because I don't find, I really find hard. I really find some podcasts where I find people understandable, because of the accent. I guess I'm gonna have to work on my accent. The way people speak English in America, it's very different as compared to the way people speak English in India. We have never been taught an American accent in our schools. We have been taught English, but we have
Yeah.
never been taught the way the Americans speak English in. Okay, and it's
Yep.
not just the white Americans. It's also like there are some of the black Americans as well, because they all have like kind of a same accent, I would say, or probably they speak
Yep.
fast. I don't know. I really need to figure out like
Well, the
what
more
this.
the more you listen and the more you talk to people, it'll get better. But the only point I was making is that if you come over here to America in 2020, it's a shame that you would be treated differently from the standpoint you could lose your life because white America, number one, is going to be offended that you have a good job here. Number two, because of the color of your skin, there are places that you wouldn't be able to live in. We have had people from other countries that moved here that have been killed, that have been killed simply because of what they do. A good book my cousin just text me for you to read. It's called A People's History of the United States. I'd recommend you getting that book. A good place to buy your books is discountbooks.com. They're very, very cheap. I bought a book the other day. It only cost me like $4. But I would, again, the name of the book is A People's History of the United States. I'm going to type it in the chat pod, because one of the things I like about you, Vinny, is that you like knowledge. And in order for you to have the knowledge, you're going to have to do some reading to understand. You're going to do some research, and I'm going to help you with that. Let me type that in here for a second. Hold on.
Do you guys know that like I'll just come up with a different topic for now. Do you
Mhm.
guys know that like people who are in their 20s or like who are in their 20s, they actually kind of feel a little humiliated when they actually try their best to have a proper conversation with elder people, with the people who are elder than them. Why? Because like the elder people are more open-minded than them, and it's kind of like they speak each and every fact. So it's like those 20s, the people who are in their 20s, they just have to come up saying like, okay, all right, that's it. These are the words they have to say, because it's like all of the facts which the elder people speak, just like it's like they come up with the whole thing. They just come up with the whole facts, the whole points. They just keep describing each and everything in detail. So it's kind of like humiliate to the younger ones. Do you know that?
Yeah,
It
because
kind
a
of
lot of the young people don't take the time to research and do things. This younger
Yeah,
generation is a little bit different than the older generation. They
it's
don't
it's
they
just
don't
a question of
read.
age.
Yep.
It's just a
Yeah.
question of age. I would say when they will come up being in their 30s, and when when they will come up being in their 30s, maybe that's when they'll be the way like the elder people right now are. The way you are, I'll be exactly the same when I'm gonna be a
Yep.
little elder. It's not that I'll not research. I'm like I kind of find myself a little humiliated when I interact with the people who are more open-minded than me. It's kind of like I feel like I don't have anything to say, because it's like everybody's saying everything, and I feel like, what do I do? I don't
Well,
know.
no, you do well. So I mean, everyone has a voice, everyone has an opinion. I'm going to get off here. It's almost 9 o'clock. I'll be back at 10 o'clock with a new topic. Hopefully, you'll listen in at 10 o'clock. Let some of your friends know. Share
Well,
this
yeah,
podcast with
yeah,
them.
but are you gonna be recording in the next 1 hour? Are you pretty
Yes,
sure? Are
yes,
you
I'll be
pretty sure?
recording. Yeah, I'll be
Yeah,
recording it.
but and I'll also come at like in the next 1 hour, and
Okay.
then I'll also come to like at night, which is gonna be
Okay.
morning for you. I
Yes.
like this, since this is a lockdown. I have an habit of staying up for the whole night and chilling and
Yeah.
hanging out. So it's like I just from 12 a.m. to 6 p.m. I mostly hang out. I can just stay up for 2 hours, like for till 8:30, and then I'll also be a part of that of the morning of like the night podcast, which is gonna
Hmm.
be morning for me. And
Yep.
yeah, I'll be like, it's
Okay.
gonna be like, yeah.
Well, I'll see you then. Make sure, like I say, do me a favor, share it with your friends, tell them to listen in and get us some more listeners. Consider hitting the Patreon button and supporting us, because we feed people, we clothe people, we make donations to other people that are in need. So we have a button on our webpage there that you can hit to say become a patron, and you can select an amount to donate to help us. We provide T-shirts to homeless people. We provide food. We are donating to the Shriners Children's Hospital and St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So we're doing a lot. We were able on Saturday to feed 10 families. Someone gave a donation. I matched the donation and was able to go out and buy some food cards and gave them away to the homeless people to give them something to eat. So again, I'll see you back here in an hour. We'll be
Thank you.
back. So thank you once again, Vinny.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to Kingdom Keys, or Clapback, brought to you by Kingdom Keys. It's also brought to you by Healthy Living. If you'd like to get in touch with us, please do so at healthylivingu9@gmail.com. That's healthylivingu9@gmail.com. For all your travel needs, please hit us up at destinationunlimitedforall@gmail.com. That's destinationunlimited, the number 4, all@gmail.com. If you'd like to support our endeavor, please do so at Cash App, $Pastor K50. That's Cash App, $Pastor K50. Or you can simply hit the patron button here on the website, and you can contribute an amount. 100% of anything that you give will go to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, and provide support to our community. Thank you. Until next time, remember, it's time to clap back.